Hello, and welcome to Greetings from Gail. I'm Gail Gross, and I'm glad that you've joined me to take a look at the cards that I've made for our July stamp kit. Once again, we're not able to get together for a physical class, but you can either pick these cards kits up, or if you're not able to, or you live out of the area, I can mail them to you. I will be doing a virtual Zoom class with this. The information on that will be in the description below, or if you are receiving this via email, it is in the email as well. 4 cards, $20 for the class, as I said, and everything is pre-done. You will be able to select sentiments for these cards. I'll show them here, as well as if you want to mix it up and you want maybe 2 of this card and you don't want to do this card, that's fine. I can make arrangements for that to happen for you. So let's start by taking a look at our technique card. It's been a while since I've offered a technique card, and that is this one using the Joyful Sunflower stamp set. It is a fun stamp set, complete with dies. So you can see the beautiful sunflowers there and the fence. I'm using the die cut on the fence, but I'm not using the stamp on it. This is a label, and this is the only sentiment that we've got for the front of the card because it just fits with the sunflowers. The sunflowers are really easy to color. I happen to use the Spectrum Noir blend, tri-blend markers, but you can use any method that works for you. You'll also notice that there are some Cricut cuts down here for the grass, and I'm using a combination of New England Ivy cardstock down here, but then this is some of the mix-in paper pack that gives you a little bit of dimension and added character to the front of this card. Now, when you open it up, that's where the technique is. And we have, I don't even know what it's called. Karen shared this with me when she came to pick up her order last month, showed me a card she had done with it, and I just adapted it to the fence and making it so we've got some dimension here, and it's really fun to work with. Again, the same 2 layers of grass down here, 2 more of the sunflowers on the inside, and a sentiment. And this is where you will have some choices for the sentiment. You can see the one up here, Thankful for You Every Day. That is from the Stamp of the Month stamp set, as well as the top 2. You bring so much happiness into my life and for my beautiful friend. Or you can have Happy Birthday or Thinking of You. So you choose what you want to do with this card. So this is, I will walk you through the instructions of layering because we're going to have 3 layers of paper here and getting them folded, but they fold up very nicely. And even with this, it still fits into the envelope and slides through the slot that the post office uses to determine whether or not you need extra postage. If you are concerned about that, just leave dimension off the top, but I'm willing to pay the extra 15 cents just to be on the safe side that it gets sent on its way without any difficulty. So this is our technique card, Sending Sunshine Your Way. This lovely bird is from the Winged Wishes, I believe is the title of it. Winged Wishes, yes. And again, it is a stamp set that has dies that coordinate with it. So I have multiple branches cut for you, 2 of them there, and some extra little tiny leaves along with the birdhouse and the bird. I colored everything on this card with watercolor pencils and blended them. It uses some of the dark background paper from the Timber collection, as well as evergreen and mint cardstock here. The sentiment here on the front is in this very small little label, and I've got My Dear Friend, I'm Thinking of You, Happy Birthday, or Thank You. So those are the options with that card. And you can make this bird be any kind of bird you want it to be. We have another actual technique here with the shaker cards. They're so much fun to work with. And I mentioned in the walkthrough of the catalog that I'm highlighting the julep papers and colors because that is the color of the year for 2019-2020. Well, that catalog year is coming to an end at the end of August, and julep will be retiring at that time. So we're using the julep glitter paper, the julep sequins, julep paper left over from the Every Little Thing paper pack from about 8 months ago, and the julep gemstones here, along with the Gnome Matters stamp set. Isn't he a cute little guy? And what a sweet sentiment. Nobody loves you like I do. But you do have some extra options of sentiments with this one as well. There's also love you no matter what. And then thinking of you, happy birthday or hello will also fit in that little spot right there on the front of the card. You can see there the elements are shaking around, and in addition to the julep loose sequins, which are here, since I opened them up upside down the other day, I did get them back together, but it's also got a few of the little star confetti pieces that are inside of it as well. So that is a second kind of technique card for us to use. And the last card is making use of the stamp of the month for July. It's called My Beautiful Friend, and it's got a beautiful floral, large bouquet, several small floral images that you can use, a beautiful butterfly, but the sentiments are wonderful on this. And so I wanted to really showcase this bouquet, and I also wanted to showcase the brushed paper that has been brought back from 5 years ago. So what I did is I created, thanks to a card made by a friend of mine, Doreen Watkins, down in South Australia, and she shared this, and I just revamped it using different papers and patterns than what she did, but the cardstock is cut into an envelope, and then the sentiment is stamped directly on there. The flowers are actually that little lady. I just cut her legs off and she fits perfectly inside. You could make this as a pull-out, or you could secure it permanently on here, but and then put your sentiment, of course, on the inside of this card. Now, this is a big, bold pattern, and I debated about what color cardstock to use for the envelope. I tried several, and I posted it with my team members to ask them for input. And wouldn't you know it, everybody suggested a different color. So I'm going to give you those options. So here it is using green apple. Here it is using ballerina. And here it is using lagoon. These are all colors that are incorporated in the paper, and you can see that the pattern varies depending upon where the cut was made for these. So the other thing that's really nice is that, you know, double-sided paper that we have is that the other side of the paper is this. So you could just take that and put that green envelope on the pink, or you can put, you can see these aren't secured down. I've got them stuck with washi tape right now. Here it is with the ballerina on this pink, or you can do it with the lagoon. So you've got a variety of things that you can do with this card. You let me know when you register which color you want your envelope cut, and then you make the decision once you get the paper whether you use the diamond pattern or the floral pattern. Another thing I want to point out to you is that I've got 3 different bouquets here, and they're all colored in different ways. This one, inside the ballerina, is done using watercolor pencils, okay? This one is done using all shimmer brushes. This is what I started during the walk through the catalog video the other day, and I used the new Lemonade shimmer brush to color these flowers, and I used the green apple on the some of the leaves. I put a little bit of a watercolor pencil down and then used the mint over the top of it to get the lighter green. I just thought the mint wasn't quite dark enough. I also added some red watercolor pencil, and then I used the Retired Bashful shimmer brush to get a little bit deeper color there. This one is the raspberry, and then I used the wisteria on some of the leaves to kind of give them like a status or some other filler flower that's used in bouquets. And then, of course, this one was done using the Spectrum Noir Tri-Blend markers. And all of these methods were fast and easy ways to color them. You'll get a little bit of this embellishing thread, so you've got a little dimension going on in there. I am choosing to pop up the back of this as it sits in the envelope, and then it's ready to put back onto the card. So those, and here are your sentiment options. You've seen these top three that are the ones that come in the For My Friend stamp set. The Sending My Love, For My Beautiful Friend, and You Bring Me So Much Happiness. Then I've also got Thinking of You and Happy Birthday. They all fit on the front of this little envelope that you will put together. So those are your options for this particular card. So take a look at all of the details and take a look again at the cards, and hopefully you will decide that you want to participate with us and make that fun dimensional sunflower card along with the shaker card, an envelope, and the bird. Don't miss out. I hope to hear from you soon.